It was a quiet Friday evening at my cabin. My friend Jason had come up for a weekend getaway, and we were sitting on the deck, beers in hand, laughing at old stories and watching the sun sink behind the trees. Nothing extravagant, nothing illegal, just two friends enjoying the outdoors. That's when my phone buzzed. The caller ID said unknown, but it was Karen, the self-proclaimed HOA queen of the nearby properties. "I'm calling 911, she said, her voice dripping with rage. "There are strangers at that cabin, trespassing and causing disturbances. You need to send someone immediately." I put my phone down and glanced at Jason. "You know she's going to blow this way out of proportion, right?" "Yeah," he said, "but she's doing it anyway." Within 15 minutes, we could hear sirens in the distance. Karen was probably grinning, thinking she had the law on her side. But she didn't know our friends or the reality of this situation. By the time the first SUV pulled up, a small, professional team of SWAT-trained friends had already surrounded the cabin. Marines, ex-cops, and tactical instructors, people I had met over the years through various professional and personal connections, stepped out, ready to ensure nothing escalated. The officers who arrived first were confused. They'd expected a simple HOA complaint call. Instead, they were met with precision, organization, and authority. Flashlights, tactical gear, and people who knew exactly how to handle a potential threat, and a very overzealous HOA president. Karen's face turned pale when she realized the cabin wasn't just protected by legal property rights, but by friends who could neutralize threats faster than she could say, "Fine." She tried to explain herself, tried to argue, tried to insist she was right. But the SWAT team ignored her, calmly informing her that any further interference would be treated as trespassing. Jason and I stood on the deck, beers still in hand, watching Karen retreat like a storm losing its fury. She called again, this time screaming, but the team had already taken control of the situation. "She'll have to wait for the proper authorities now," one of them said, and I could only shake my head in disbelief at how far she had gone over nothing. By nightfall, everything was calm again. The cabin remained ours. Jason and I toasted quietly, grateful that a simple evening had been turned into a demonstration of boundaries, authority, and, frankly, the absurdity of Karen's obsession. Neighbors whispered about the SWAT at the cabin's story for weeks, but inside, we knew the truth. Karen had overstepped. She had tried to weaponize the law to intimidate friends and family, and instead, she'd been reminded that some property, and some people, come with protection you don't mess with. As the stars came out over the trees, I leaned back in my chair and smiled. Karen had learned another lesson. Next time she tries to call 911 to bully people, she might just find herself on the wrong end of a very organized defense. Peace, quiet, and property rights had won that night. And for once, Karen got a taste of reality she couldn't manipulate, fine, or argue her way out of.